Oh, this is the homework for lesson number 94 in the series that Paul is doing on the Arduino Uno R4 Wi-Fi. Up to now, we had a way to calibrate the GY-87 in nine axes, and we've got. He asked us to go away and see if we could put this on the SSD 1306 OLED display. Okay, so what I did was first of all, I had to add all the stuff for the display. So I included, I can't, every time I get near that thing, it bumps up something. Okay, I included the Adafruit underscore GFX to SSD 1306. Then I defined the screen width and the screen height. And we put in the OLED reset as a -1, which means that we don't have one. And then here we've got the address. Adafruit SSD 1306 is the library we're using. Then we got the screen width, screen height in wire. And that means we're using I2C. And the OLED reset, which is this -1. Okay, that's the only thing you have to do up there. All the way back down here where the display stuff happens. Down here where you display with the serial monitor, I added OLED display, clear display. I set the text size to 2. Being an old fart, I can't see size 1. And then there's the cursor of 0, X0, Y0. And then for some reason they have to sell it white. I'm not sure. It's got to do with the library. And then I am down here. I say, okay, print line. So the first line is 0, 0. Right? I print roll, semicolon or colon. And then I move it over X over 70. And then I print roll C. And I limit the number of digits on that. And the next line, which is line 0, 16, which is X and Y, Y of 16, and gives you a pitch. I put in a display of pitch, and then I move it over 70 and 16 on the same Y level. And I put the pitch C, which is the calibrated pitch, and I limit it to one digit. Otherwise, you just run right off the screen. Okay, then the last one here is the set cursor for 0, 32. Instead of 16, I'm going down 32 and set it for 0. Then I say it's the yaw, and I put semicolon, and then I go over 55 because this one's yaw is not very big, so I can get more space for this guy. So I go 55, comma, and the 32 is the Y. And then the YC, I limit it to 1 digit. And here's still the same stuff for the printing if you want to display that. So anyway, let me. I don't have this hooked up to the computer, so what I'm going to do is turn on the whatever that thing's called, the breadbolt, and power it up. Here we go. Power it up. Then it powers up. I don't know if you can actually see those displays very well. Get a little closer. And not very well. All right. Well, anyway, there it is. Let me turn it this way so you can read it. Everything is backwards, would you? when you get this camera. Wish I could figure out how to get that the other way. Okay, and there's roll, pitch, and yaw. Okay, roll. My calibration wasn't very good, and I couldn't use it. I've got this Geekum Windows 10 computer in here, and for some reason I can't run the uh, the calibration routine on that guy because I don't know, it keeps coming up with an error, even though I go in the other room where my other computer is, my Raspberry Pi 5. I've got that set up in my bedroom, and it works on there. So I did the calibration in there, save the stuff to the file, and then I put it into this file. See, in so much as that's all I can show you on that because it happened in the other room. It wasn't a very good cal, I'm pretty sure, because I was having a heck of a time. I get so messed up on the X, Y, and the Z and all that. So it's very difficult for me to figure out which one is the one I'm trying to do. Anyhow, the calibration was relatively minimal, and you can see they're close to 0.8 on the roll, and a little higher on the pitch is 2.1, which may be, this thing may have moved, who knows? That's hard to tell, you know. This stuff in a plug-in environment kind of moves around. So anyway, if I pitch it or if I roll it, now this is pitching it, okay, and I'm getting, let me look, about 65 degrees that way. If I pitch it up the other way, it's about 70 degrees that way. And roll is, you can't really see it, about 50, 60 degrees there. And that's about 30 degrees there. It'll go all the way to 90, but you can't see it. Then the yaw, sitting here at minus 150 or so. It's changing, but I'm not sure what's going on with the yaw. It's kind of bouncing around, and I think it's a thing where it gets to 180 and then it wants to go back to negative. So what I need to do is the same thing Paul did on the other program, where he used the mod 360 and got it to only go from 0 to 360. But I'm having trouble finding that. I don't remember how to do it. So anyway, there's my homework, and I appreciate you doing these, Paul. And looking forward to next week's lesson. Thanks. Bye.